Good morning, Dean Huskies. This is Miss Petty with the morning announcements. Today is Tuesday, December 1st. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. We have one birthday today, and it is Leonardo Dominguez. Happy birthday, dude. Hope you have a fantastic day. Announcements. As I promised yesterday, I would share with you Miss Terry Gallant's Google Voice number. So again, if you're having any tech problems at home, we do want you to call this IT number first. There is Spanish interpretation available if you are needing that. If it's more of an issue that's school related, like you forgot your password, you need to know your schedule, you're not sure how an app is working, that's when you would call Miss Terry Gallant, and her number is right here for you to grab. Let me move my picture. It is 719-285-9058. You can always email your teachers too, but these are the two most important numbers to know right now. All right, now that we are back in the swing of remote learning, and all of us in remote learning, coming off of a week-long little break, it's time to review just a little bit of how do I use my tool. This is a reminder from our remote learning code of conduct. Ms. Carlson also reviewed this with us at the beginning of the year. Remember that your job is to be a learner. So when you get into your Google Meet classrooms, when you get on Zoom with your instructional specialist, your job is to be a learner. What is it that you need to do? What environment, what space do you need to be a learner? And part of being a learner is using a tech tool, is using your iPad or your Chromebook. Your tool, a tool I use to learn is my iPad or Chromebook. That's important to know. I'm learning on this device. So while this device is at home with you, this is a learning tool. It is not a toy. It's not something that we rush through our work so that we can get on Kids YouTube, or we rush through our work so that we can go and do some game websites on our Chromebooks. We don't rush through our work so that we can play a really fun app on our device. This is your learning tool, okay? The apps that should be on it are the apps that your teacher is asking you to have, and should be apps that if you were here at school would be appropriate. Last Friday, before break, when we had you guys bring iPads in and Chromebooks in and we cleaned things up, one of the things we noticed was there was a lot of kids YouTube downloaded on your devices or in your search boxes on Chromebooks. Kids YouTube is not something that's used for a learning tool unless your teacher specifically asks you to do it or use it or download it. So keep that in mind, please. Your tool that you're learning on, it's not a toy, and it's not something that we're going to rush through our work so that we can go play on this toy. I know it's hard. I know you're at home. I know it's tempting. I have 3 kids myself. It's hard. But we've got to do our work first, and the work right now is not being done the best from some of us because we're rushing so much to play on our device later. One more reminder with our tool, don't set any passcodes, because if you call and say, I don't know my passcode, guess what? Neither do we, and we don't know how to solve that for you. Make sure that the picture that's in your background stays on your lock screen. That way, if you ever have to return it to us because it is damaged, we know who it belongs to. If it gets lost around your house and you have siblings, you know which one is yours. And then when we do come back to school, that's going to be a requirement, is to have your pictures on your devices so that we know whose device is whose when you're at school. Also, don't put in any touchscreen ID codes on your devices. I know this was a lot of don'ts this morning, but I just want to reset and remind you, Our tools are used for learning, and your teachers have some great things that they're having you use for your learning. Prodigy is a wonderful app for you to engage in and use once you are done with your learning for that extra piece of things. And I know several of you really like that. So your teachers have some good things for you to continue your learning on in that fun way. With that, we have one positive office referral today, and this goes to Jocelyn in 6th grade. Miss E is awarding this to you. Jocelyn takes pride in her language and in the work she does. Jocelyn offered to give me Spanish lessons, which we are doing together, and she made a slideshow for me to help me learn Spanish, including vocabulary to learn and a book for us to read together. Jocelyn's pride shines through. Great job, Jocelyn. I'd love to take some of those Spanish lessons when you have a free moment. And with that, that's the end of our morning announcements. It's a great day to be a Husky, and have a terrific Tuesday.